Okay, sorry about that, everybody. My computer, I think, ran out of space to record the video. But I was trying to say, uh, this is a separate video. I was trying to say in the last video that this represents not my, but I guess my, American stereotypes, American thoughts, American culture, American ideas about what Chinese people are like. It represents our stereotypes of what Chinese people are not what they are actually like. Of course, 99.9% of Chinese people are not eating. I'm sure there's some people, I don't know where they are or who they are, but most Chinese, vast majority, don't eat bugs, don't eat cat, don't eat any of this weird stuff that we associate with Chinese people. But somehow I actually traveled to China, and I was able, through the magic of globalization, I was able to consume my own stereotypes. I was able to consume my own culture in China, right? So it really gets really complicated what it is we mean by globalization, what it is that we call a Western culture, what it is we call not Western culture, and how it gets moved around the world. This is not a Chinese restaurant in the United States and me going to eat General Tao's chicken there. This is sort of General Tao's chicken now being in China and me going to seek it out there or something. Very interesting. So together, I think that's the just about the end of this show. I'm sorry for just having this last little minute. Together, this is called diffusion and innovation. Now, I'm not going to cover these in a great detail. I'm going to talk more about this later when we start talking about globalization in a little bit more detail. But diffusion is a much better term than talking about cultural imperialism. This is a more neutral term. It is the spread of cultural traits, such as objects, ideas, or practices from one society to another. It's very, very common. This is where most culture comes from. Some idea, such as, I have this example, the spread of agriculture, the spread of farming. It only originated in 3 places in the whole world. It was only independently invented in 3 places in the whole world. And now everybody farms all around the world, and it's just because of these 3 original ideas. It diffused. It wasn't cultural imperialism that we all farm now. It wasn't something like that. It globalized and diffused. It just spreads. That's where most culture comes from. It diffuses, and then it localizes, and then it diffuses again, and then it localizes again, back and forth. Independent invention, or what we call innovation, is very rare. That's the invention or discovery of a totally new cultural concept, idea, behavior. Very rare. So the invention of writing systems, for example, only happened in 3, maybe 4 places around the world. And now every culture in the world almost has a writing system, just from a couple of independent inventions. Writing spread from those places. It diffused. So we shouldn't be so afraid of global culture. We shouldn't be afraid of globalization or the idea that we're going to have cultural homogeneity, cultural synchronicity. Culture in general is characterized by constantly changing and localizing and adapting rather than homogeneity.